Welcome back to Snow Falls Farm. So it's firewood moving season, and we got about 12 cords of wood over there in a big pile, and it's got to get stacked over here to get used over the course of the winter in the wood boiler. So it's always constant battle trying to get the firewood into the right spot and move it all around. So I thought I might try to make something that would make it a little easier to transfer the wood. So this is what I came up with. It's still pretty crude, but it seems to be working right now. So what we have is a pallet that I cut in half, so it's about 2 feet deep. Got some bracing on the top and the back side, and then it's got a drop floor. Okay, so we got as you can see there, maybe it's got a hinged bottom, so after you get your wood stacked in it, you can bring it over to the pile, get it lined up with the row you're currently stacking, then you can grab this handle here and drop it down onto the pile. Now the idea being that you save a couple steps, right? Usually you have to throw the wood into a trailer, then you're going to drive the trailer over. Sorry about the chicken, the rooster. Then you drive it over here, then you got to throw it out of the trailer onto the pile, and then you got to restack it, so you're touching the wood 3 or 4 times, right? So here you throw it on this, stack it up as nice and even as you can, drive over to the pile, pull the pin, pieces all fall out. You might have to make some adjustments. The last one I dumped was like perfect, so let's see if we can do that another time. Probably a little shaky on camera, being that I was on the tractor at the time, but that was a good That was a good dump onto the pile that time. We just need a little bit of fitting in, shake it a little bit. A couple pieces fell off the back. Get those up there. Just two pieces fell off the back. That's pretty good. Looks pretty straight. Let's say that worked nicely. Alright, let's get this reattached here. Now I was using hinges before, but the hinges didn't hold, so I used some rope instead. The clasp I'm using is from a gate, and I don't think it's going to last much longer. It would have worked better if I put the latch, I think, right in the middle, but I'm going to use another piece of pressure treated wood to go in the middle to give it a little more support there, and that will help kind of hold the whole thing together. The ropes are trying to pull these slats off, so I have to definitely do something different with that. But one of the design aspects I wanted was to use it on the forks, and so I can easily take it off and on, and the forks also give it a lot of strength. Now they do stick off, 14 inches or so extra, so when you come into the pile, sometimes it's going to try to push the back row, so you really have to kind of do the front and the back at the same time as you kind of build your pile up. And I found if your pile gets off kilter, you can just go around with a piece of wood and kind of bust it back into the right position to get everything nice and squared up. Some other changes I'd probably make to this: I made it way too big. This fits, let's see, we did 36 across, so it's 36 across here. It's a full, 3 feet tall, it's almost 48 inches tall. So we're looking at over 3 feet wide, 4 foot tall, and it's 24 deep, because all my wood is pretty much cut at 24 inches for the wood boiler. So that makes stacking it on these long pallets really nice and easy, because it just takes up half of it, and it makes a really nice stable pile. So I do have a couple pieces off the side that just hold it and locate it on those pallet forks, so it doesn't fall in on itself, because there's a lot of pressure at the bottom trying to squeeze in the pallet sides. So all in all, it was a pretty quick build. I just took one pallet, cut it right in half, took a couple extra boards I had to make the cross bracing on the top. The bottom is made out of an old dock, and yeah, so we'll keep testing it out and trying it until it breaks, and then we'll rebuild it and make it better the next time. So hopefully this is helpful and gave you some ideas. If I make any major changes, I'll be sure to come back and show you. Let me just bring you. Okay, here's the class that I'm using. It's just from a, like a dog gate, yard gate, and we got a rope tied to this side. So when you pull this, it lets the pin slip out. Now what's really holding this, and why it probably won't last super long, is there's like a lip right on the edge of this, right in there, and this little piece here is holding that whole weight. Okay, so the whole load of it is being held essentially by that. So when you pull this, I got a little handle, it will let go and drop the wood just like that. Now on the one that I just did, it actually fell without me even having to pull anything, only because I must have rocked into it the right way so that it pushed back on that little piece, and then the whole thing fell out from underneath it. So that's happened a couple times. It's really nice when that happens. Otherwise you have to walk around the tractor to the other side of the wood pile, and you got to pull the pin from there. So that's another improvement that I think I could do, is by allowing it to release as soon as you kind of rest it on the pile. I just have to figure out how to make that reliable and function correctly. So anyway, hopefully this gets your mind going on possible iterations of this you could try to build at your place. I can tell you right now, it's moved a lot of wood for me already. This whole pile is been because of that attachment that I built for the tractor. So anyway, hopefully you guys are getting ready for the winter, and you got all your wood ready to go, so we don't have to pay all these crazy gas and oil prices. So I'll catch you later.